And is there I know you said you have information on your website about the optimal way to use it. Is there a kind of sequence that you think is preferable as you use it throughout the day? Because I know there's several different settings, and you have like the wake up and energy. You probably use that in the morning. You have ones that are like relax and meditate. You have ones that are like the fall asleep and that sort of thing. But is it possible to use those settings at like different times of the day, or is there any kind of like hacks where it's like if you use one right after the other, do you want to leave time in between different sessions? What do you think is the best way to go about that?
So that's a great question. First off, the way that those vibration patterns in the Apollo app are labeled is a guideline based on the way that most people in our studies respond to Apollo. So there's 7 modes. And those modes start at the highest energy level, which is energy and wake up, which is actually very much boosting of energy and wakefulness. And is actually the only mode that is meant to increase your heart rate a little bit to get you going. It's kind of like a shot of espresso. And so that's the highest energy mode. And then down from there is social and open, which is like for socializing, particularly when you're tired, public speaking, and creative work. Then there's clear and focused, which is for deep, intense, mental work and deep focus, kind of like Adderall or amphetamines. Then down from there is rebuild and recover, which is post-workout or post any intense stress. It rapidly calms the heart, restores the heart rate to baseline and reduces blood pressure, and helps reduce breathing patterns back to a normal resting state more quickly, and boost HRV. Then we have meditation and mindfulness, getting into the much more calming patterns, which is great for meditation and mindfulness, but it's also great for aches and pains. It's great for just feeling like you're in a calm flow state. And then down from that is relax and unwind, which is for really deep relaxation or winding down after a really long work day, preparing for bed. And then there's sleep and renew, which is what most people use when they get into bed or when they wake up in the middle of the night and they want to be asleep. So there are some combinations that you can use. Again, most of them, just for sake of time, you can find on our website, apolloneuro.com, and our article, How to Get the Most Out of Your Apollo. And you can just Google how to get the most out of your Apollo and it will pop up. That probably is the first link. But I think the short answer tips are that I usually wake up with clear and focused for a gentle wake up in the morning, because energy and wake up is a little too stimulating for me. Sometimes if I'm really, really sleepy, I'll turn on energy and wake up for a little extra boost. Then I use clear and focused or social and open mode throughout the day, depending on how much intense deep work I have to do versus social engagements and interviews and video chats and that kind of thing. And then at the end of the day, basically I'm on social and open mode to transition me out of work mode and into sort of winding down and hanging out with my family, with my wife, or with my relatives or friends. And then in the evening, I think the most common and most effective way to help people get reliable sleep is the relax and unwind when you're getting ready for bed in that hour before bed. Turn on relax and unwind. And then when you get into bed, turn on sleep and renew. And that pattern of using it for about 3+ hours a day with some variation of those patterns, those modes, is what gives people the most significant results in the long run and the short run, because it helps the body maintain a recovery state as much as possible, as often as possible. And then over time, as people use it, you end up using it for more short bursts rather than continuously throughout the day. But you can't use it too much. It can't hurt you. The main recommendation that we give on the website as well is just start with the intensity low, because it's music and it's music for the skin. You wouldn't start listening to music on your stereo with it turned up to max. So treat your skin the same way. Start low where you could just barely feel the vibration, and then gradually increase it as you feel you need it. But start low, because low and slow is the goal to getting the best benefits out of the technology. You want to be present. You don't want it to be distracting. Presentness is the key to flow.